Hello. Yeah. Hi, Ring. Hi, Tygo. Alright. Yeah, get off Warrior. Back to, I guess, yeah, I guess I'll do go pick the Master. Hello. Nice. What? Oh, did I not? Oops. I did not switch the screen. Oops. Good thing I didn't actually start anything. All that was is just actually getting to where I had to be for. Oops. You just give random. You give the die. Always just check the random side quests. You just give random food. Alright. You can hear me though, right? I'm not also forgetting to. No, I am. I'm not muted. Good. Nope. I get the headpiece from this next quest. At present, the strongest link to survive the final days is the power of Dynamis, and this intellexies which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them. In any event, except for Hermes, it seems, those inclined to our current course learn all we can of the chief overseer and his familiar. And I was like, what else? No, tell me about Metion, aside from her unorthodox method of communication. She and her sisters were created to journey to the stars in search of intelligent life. I wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? So these symbols of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Thank you. Though mystery has remained unsolved, it feels you touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose we talk ourselves to the purple crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Hmm. Wait, how much of... ether currents do I have for this area? 2 the quest and 1 there. So still a bit. Tower, everyone further along are both part of the Preparity crystalline, the facility which will achieve all ellipsis observational and testing records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior are actually a vast area of magical interconnected species, which, while fascinating, is not the reason we came here. I shall cut my architectural lesson short and see what those 2 archives have to say. If you could find someone to speak with over at the other tower, I shall join you there on. Really, just a moment, I'll conclude my current appointment. Okay, so if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should have sufficient data for our official record. What was it you wish to speak about? Do you go to Universal Richard? I assume you meant Eon? Zodiacal studies are difficult to track, and all hardly a day goes by without seeing researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Miss Eon appeared, only that she now spends much of her time at Chief Hermes' side. Oh, I do recall a tale my dearest Galene shared with me. Galene, my partner, fellow researcher here in Ellipsis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending Mythion Heaven's Ward. Heaven's Ward reference! Not really, just using the word. No doubt she would speak of the scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. Sounds like a story I should like to hear. Just I thought you had returned to surface. For me, thank you for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Right, do not mention, as you say, my original plan was to leave Office, but I've since been engrossed with Chief Hermes and his research. Would you be favor of telling of the site which so delighted your Galleon? Of course. Or you could hear from her directly if you prefer. At present, she should be observing a subject at Metabasis Thalassius. She does enjoy her time there, watching sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of our world's oceans recreated in a sublime detail. Imagine you find similar joy and bulge like curiosities, Mistress Bennett. Even though such pursuits must continually later return to the star. Indeed they do. So the rest deserve other organization. How amazing with pros for wisdom you accumulate during your Charles S.M. And what would ellipsis be without your earlier academic work? The theories have served as basis for many techniques still in use today. Man of future contemplation about not by the nature which Cinder passion. I dare say there's not so lot more worthy return. I shall rejoice the day you depart on our journey. I'll be honored. You shall take this opportunity to meet with Galleon in person. Now I'm going to clear the door. Okay, there. It'll take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful, thank you. Alright. Go over the past Skyway. Once you pass through the door, simply walk straight across the next tower and external amidst the upper tier. Upon arriving up the tier, walk straight across the Skyway and you'll find yourself in the entrance of Meta Basileus. Again, we'll be eager to share a tale with you, I am sure. Okay, good. I'm not gonna have to go like all the way around to get up there. Oh wait, no, this I thought it was going all the way over there. Or wait, or am I? I don't know. Is there just passing through? Hello, Dave. Prepare Puff. If you need further assistance, there's always an observer issue on the upper Skyway. Alright. It's just found us not told to expect. We would have prepared an official welcome. Please, there's no need for fanfare. I wish to speak with Gallion if that might be arranged. Yes, Galena, I'll inform her immediately. But she might be engaged in testing phase. You could be in for some. Oh, wait. Or should I let her know it's urgent? That won't be necessary. Lovely view will keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us.
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view. What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
Some parts yes, other not so much.
Dark hidden places, rife with danger. Those have an altogether different, but no less powerful sort of appeal. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures? Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, there's naught more stirring than hearing another's account. Incredible! Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me heart. Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word.
So is this gonna be like a whole paradox thing then?
As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done. A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true, and a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath. I ventured forth on a journey that very day, so very long ago now. Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people, beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love. And so long as they need help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You, who are our future, tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
Pray forgive my lateness. My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
I think I may be done.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate. And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
A dazzling spectacle indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details. Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
So another piece of puzzle falls into place. From what we learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude Hermes hasn't been revealing details of his project to others, which suggests either someone will probably discover to make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final days. Since we have no reason to suspect the former, we should search the latter possible, proceeding under the assumption that our next step should be a divine why, or even if he might desire such a terrible fate for our star. I'd like to visit the site where Hermes set forth the Metea. If we are fortunate, we might find some hint of what drives his research. If his Gillian said she spotted the southeast rising from the isle, she could see on the edge. If we stand at the same vantage point, it should not prove too difficult to look at the isle in question. Let's take a look, shall we? My wings were off. Oh, do the wings get unequipped whenever I mount? No, speaking of mounts, I did the exchange, so I got, because I had some of the trophy crystals or whatever, so I did the exchange and got the mounts. Okay. Got this sound. In this one. So now I have all the mounts from it. Now architects some mystery research, where would I go? What about that one? If it means to fly, it's quite a distance away. It can be but hardly an insurmountable problem. To me, Argos. My friend, would you mind creating a double to carry Delta here over to the island? So there's no place. I'm going to sir, we are not troubled together. It still remains absent in the presence of strangers. Argo is rather exacting standards, I'm afraid. What, you remember? Ah, you mean before, meaning my after, not all. All confusing that. Ancient, though certainly not unthinkable. But speaking here now, the quick solution just face off in a sparring match. Strictly that you're capable of holding your own against me in battle, and you should convince Argos that you're worthy of his backup. And besides, I might even teach you a thing or two to begin. Useful lesson or not, I'll certainly be hopeful to remember a memory of distant past church. Let's say you traveler out of time. I'll do what I must. I really like someone like that. Know that you must gives a good showing, however. Clear your mind, inferior weapons. I'll wait you at the clearing over yonder. Jeez. I got this again from doing the Mount Roulette. Twice in a row. Wasn't this thing like a boss or something? Whatever. Like, similar looking enemy. Obviously not the same exact thing, but an enemy that looked like this. I don't know, I'm thinking of something else. Should we want to go easy on you? Solo duty, it might be better to do Reaper for it. But I should. Yeah. I'll use the the required character level 86 coffers on Reaper. This is music.
Let neither side hold back. My blade sings! My blade sings! Impressive. I shall have to try something different. No quarter.
Please remember that you have second wind.
I just used it.
Have a taste.
Oh, dang it. I need to pay better attention to that. I was not paying enough attention to that attack.
Yeah, you were getting hit by the AoE that was appearing under you. You were only focusing on the rotating cone.
Mm-hmm.
Also, generally speaking, it is much, much safer to chase the forward cone than it is to flee from the rear cone.
Mm-hmm. Put that on.
That makes sense, right?
Yeah, I think so. So if it's going clockwise, walk clockwise.
Well, no, not just like that. I mean, like, so there is a cone that is moving away from you, and a cone that is moving towards you. They're both moving in the same direction, and you are going to be moving in the direction of that. It is much better to chase after the cone that is moving away from you
Mm-hmm.
than it is to try to get out of the cone that is moving towards you. It gives you more margin for error.
Let neither side hold back.
That's just an unavoidable attack.
Yeah, generally if
My
you just see
blade
like
sings!
the opponent like slam the ground and then damage happens, yeah, that's usually a raid wide. Which is a weird term that we use just generally. You know, this is a solo instance. It's still a raid wide.
Where's that? Oh crap! And I pressed the Windows button instead of the Alt button.
Remember that. It is never panic.
I know. I wasn't. It's just I misclicked, so I was annoyed because I misclicked when I should have been able to easily
I get you.
dodge it. I would have been able to easily dodge it if I had pressed the right
My blade
button.
sings!
When she says that, run behind her.
Yeah. If, just generally speaking, if the boss has suddenly decided, you know what, I'm going to be over here.
Impressive.
There is
I shall have to
a
try
reason
something
the
different.
boss has decided I'm going to be over here now. And 9 times
I
out of
just
10,
realized
I
she
won't
actually
say-
changes job.
No quarter. Have a taste.
Oh, out.
Into a paladin, a dancer, and it's not really descriptive what kind of mage it is, but I can assume white mage just because that completes the role trinity.
Okay, she's finally stopped doing that.
I see you won't be easily overcome, but neither will I.
She's now becoming the mage.
Dude, I don't, it's not letting me use that.
Oh yeah, that's the white mage pose. She's the white mage.
Prepare yourself.
And I pressed the wrong button.
You have a chaser AoE.
Arm's length. I swear, I don't know, because it was actually a minute, as I was about to say, it felt like, just go over here because that's clear already.
Yep, Shiva circles. You always want to look. It goes
You've
one
only
in the
just
middle,
begun.
one outside, and then
Come
you'll
at me
see if
with
it
your
rotates
all.
clockwise or counterclockwise. Okay, so Hyros's mantle, she becomes a paladin. Musa's mantle, she becomes a bard, not a bard, a dancer. And Magos's mantle, she becomes a white mage. Hero, Muse, Mage.
I think I'm safe. And I just walked into that. Oh crap.
She's,
Okay, I made it in time.
yep.
Impressive. I shall have to try
Alright.
something different. No quarter.
Stay here because then run to here. Remember to apply the thing that makes me deal more damage.
Very well. Let us move to the final trial.
Destroy these things.
Yep.
Hmm.
Remember, you do have your harp as you approach them. Oh wait, no, that is a cast time. Dark Knight, doesn't it? Not Dark Knight. Reaper.
Yeah, that's the ranged one is spell. It has to actually cast.
So the red ones are tankier, but they move slower.
Oh crap. So many.
Oh wait, no, they have the same amount of... resistance. Okay, so yeah, remember.
Oh crap.
Wait, did the red one? No, the red ones move faster. Shit. I lied to you. I apologize. But don't worry, she's only at 25% bar. Now, kill the red ones fast as you can.
I was not.
Okay,
I did
if
not.
one gets through.
Oh,
Generally, it will only be a wipe if the bar reaches 100%.
I was kind of hoping.
You would hit multiple, I understand.
Nope. I should not have done that. I should have. And I am dead.
It's okay, it's not 100%. Pop a cooldown, pop your cooldown.
Hopefully that's still active.
Shed your burdens and show me your
Since it-
strength of will. You still stand. The people of your time are more resilient than I had dared hope. I have seen enough.
I didn't even have to use the potion.
Yeah, that was surviving her limit break was the victory condition.
"'Twas my intent to finish it, but clearly I underestimated you. One would think I never learn. I made the same mistake with Azem when we first sparred. Despite being less than half my age, her strength was astounding.
Yeah, I certainly would not have been able to do that at all with Pictomancer. Especially that last part. I would not have been able to do that with the magic.
You do have to bear in mind, you would have been able to do full damage to them from further away. But I will also just have you know, and I hope that this gives you a bit of confidence, Delta. I have seen several posts on Reddit of people saying that they cannot clear that fight.
But like that's like here's why I haven't done magic as much. It's just because it's a lot more difficult, especially when you're by yourself.
Yes, you have a
And
lot more.
Not having a tank to.
Yeah.
For like a lot of the magics, you kind of need a tank so that way you don't get interrupted.
Yeah, but yeah. So Delta, just take heart, knowing the fact that I have seen a lot of posts of people who were unable to clear that fight on their own and needed to come to Reddit for advice. And you did it on your second try without lowering the difficulty. So that is something you should be proud of. You did make a few simple mistakes, and that's fine because everyone makes mistakes. And I am noticing that you are learning to panic a lot less than you used to.
So I hope that it's not a super long one, so it's not like I'm having to restart from.
I would like to tell you that ultimates can be like 15 minutes long, and if your group wipes from a single mistake, it is back to the start.
Oh wait, like that's the one that's higher than Savage, right?
Yes, that is the hardest difficulty content in the game, are ultimates.
I forget. Did you say you've done it before or not?
I have tried ultimates. I decided they weren't for me. I will need to do them eventually while I continue my achievement grind, but that can be a later thing.
Like once
That's
you
a
have,
problem for future me.
once you've gone every other single achievement except for that.
Yeah.
But minus that one that you said that you would have to play like thousands of days, right?
I mean,
wasn't there one that like
there are a few that would require that, but yeah, like the guild leave achievement. Yeah, guild leave achievements.
yeah, like
I mean, I've been plugging away at those. I keep my guild leave supply from capping out. Generally.
I haven't done it, but obviously like, I'm probably gonna get around to doing like some of the jobs that I missed, like doing Paladin, and I guess the other two magic jobs, like the starter ones eventually. I forget, how do I level those up again? Obviously, it's still gonna be not until like after at least I'm done with Endwalker.
You do roulettes.
No, I'm before level 16.
You go do fates and guild leaves.
Oh yeah, there's also all the low-level quests that I haven't done around the city. Like there's still like the level
Yeah, those
1,
two.
I still have the level 1 quests in like Lumencia and Udal or whatever. I know there's level 1 quests, and is whatever. It's like probably the Lumencia version of the Gardinia quests that introduce this stuff.
It's all like basic shit. It's like, here's how you interact with things that are on the ground. Here's how you talk in chat.
Yeah, like there's probably like some emotes that I haven't gotten that are probably the emote tutorial one.
There is a dance you can get in
each
of the starter cities.
Yeah, so I'm assuming because I have the Gardinia one, since I had to do that. Well, I don't know if I had to, but Gardinia is like one of the only ones that I don't have like a bunch of random quests laying about in the actual city.
There comes a point in every expansion where I just am like, okay, you know what? I'm done having quests on the map.
Yeah, but I'm also leaving them behind because then I can use them to because I figure I'll use them a lot, like just like for leveling.
Yeah.
The other jobs as I'm leveling them up.
And all of my jobs are, at whatever the cap is.
Also give me something to stream after I finish MSQ, because I legitimately don't know what I'm gonna do after like there's no more MSQ for me to stream, so I'll probably just continue doing whatever in Final Fantasy 14.
Well, for one, there's Eureka and Bazja. Those are the Stormblood and oh right, Occult Crescent too. Duh, why did I forget about literally the current one? But Eureka is Stormblood, Bazja is Shadowbringers, and Occult Crescent is Dawn Trail Relic Zones.
Are those a lot more manageable than what is Realm Reborn, where it's just a billion books that you have to do, a billion tasks?
Yes and no, and sort of, and also sort of not.
I guess more so I'm saying, is it more fun than having to go...
Yes, more fun. I will give more fun without question.
Like, I never completed that first book for the Bard. Just because I think there's one where like I literally have to wait for it to appear, or whatever, something. And just
one of the fates for your books. Yeah, that's always fun, where it's just like, spawn, come on, spawn.
I'm assuming they didn't.
Oh, I've seen that fate appear 3 times. Why is this one not spawned yet?
I think the only fate that I almost always see is the one that one that was required for Hildebrand.
Yes, that
one like seems like it's almost always active.
Fates that have a quest tied to them This also actually includes ones from that used to be versions for Crystal Tower and Beast Tribe dailies. They have a higher spawn rate than other fates.
After this cutscene, I'm running to the bathroom.
As is yours. 'Tis plain you have weathered considerable hardship. Far more even than your tales would suggest.
You have no idea.
It seems we have both learned much on our journeys.
So, how do you like spending time with Heidelin?
Wasn't expecting it like this.
Well now, I dare say he has warmed to you.
like now I'm just thinking, like, so now is this gonna be like a Paris where she became Highland because we went back in time, but then we went back in time because of her, so that she would become Highland, and then it's, I forget, is it Bootstrap or is that's, I forget what's the proper name I'm thinking of.
I know what you're talking about, like a bootstrap paradox. This is definitely a closed loop paradox. In that you went back in time because a thing happened because you went back in time, so you went back in time. Leaving the paradox part being where is the starting point for this? Because it requires that you have gone back in time in order to set the events in motion. But those events could never have been set in motion unless you had already gone back in time to set the events. And thus why it's a paradox.
So I guess this is where I get
A boon to be sure. He never forgets his favorites.
Not necessarily,
and is
but
ever eager to come to
I'm
their
assuming
aid.
that it's the MSQ mount.
But he never forgets his favorites. And that's why he was so eager to help you on the moon. Because you came here and he was like, I don't trust this person. What the fuck is up with them? Now he's like, I like you. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later.
Alright, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And that includes chat. BRB. Okay, I'm back. Grab myself some candy, some jelly beans, and some chocolate egg. Chocolate in the shape of eggs, not egg covered in chocolate. I also had an Oreo, but I ate it in a single bite, so it's gone now. I hope my mic isn't picking up me chewing the. I hope it hasn't been.
It is not.
Okay, good. Because I don't want to subject people to listening to me being chewing. Here goes. Well, soon, I was standing on the spot where the media near the departure in the night sky with luck. We'll learn something of Hermes' intention. And I hope as though we find no connection, no festering wish for oblivion, then we might have Hermes and his considerable expertise working for us rather than against us. Let's move to the edge before mounting, shall we? That allows targets to catch the currents rising up from below and give us a smoother ride over to the isle. Oh, I'm assuming I'm going to that one area all the way at the bottom of the map that I have not explored yet. That clearly does not have a method of getting to other than by air. Argo motions to his back and with his muzzle, you've been giving the go-ahead to hop on. He launches in air with a powerful leap. Isn't this pleasant? Argus certainly seems to think so. Now, what's the name of that tree? No, something. Oh, no, fuck. Then quite stricken specimen, is it not? Good thing it showed it in chat because I completely missed what she was saying. So good thing it says in the chat box. Brace yourself. I wouldn't want you tumbling off at the last moment. I just realized I forgot to switch back to Pictomancer. Oh well.
Quite a small place, lacking even the most basic equipment. The present may yield no clues, but we may yet try perusing the past. Have you done this before?
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot control the power freely. Worry not. I shall assist you.
Oh, am I gonna finally be able to do it on
Come and
command?
stand before me.
She could.
There are two ways to see the past. The first entails peering through the walls of the soul in the moment a subject is recalling a memory. The second requires no subject, and is instead a process of piecing together an event from ripples left in the ambient ether. As memories are etched upon the ether of the soul, so too are they etched upon the ether of the world. In this way can history be preserved.
That's cherry, that jelly bean.
Such memories are given to fading, however, and can prove challenging to visit. But come, let us try. Close your eyes.
All units fully functional and proceeding on course towards their respective stars. Estimated time to completion of survey is 108 cycles. End of status report. Severing connection with shared consciousness. Did you hear that, Hermes? All is well.
Yes. Good tidings at long last. Every step of the way, I've been reminded how little we understand creation. How the universe defies imagination.
But soon we won't need to speculate. We'll know the answers. What others live for.
Indeed. And we'll owe it all to you and your sisters.
I wonder what answers we will get.
Whatever intelligent beings that exist out there are bound to be vastly different from us. Diverse in form and culture, possessed of unique ways of thinking. Their conception of life and its purpose will be no exception. Completely and utterly unlike ours.
Utterly unlike... how?
I have no idea. Yet whatever answers we receive, I will not dismiss them out of hand. No, I will think earnestly on them all. And I will share them with our people, that together we may contemplate our own existence. Perhaps then our star will become a better place. Not only for man, but for all life. Meteon, as though I gave you wings to soar the heavens, I did not teach you how to walk the earth. So loath was I to bind another living being. In the course of your long journey, you will learn from those you meet, learn to walk and run and so much more. And when you return, older and wiser, we will have a celebration to mark your homecoming and coming of age both.
Will there be apples? Covered in syrup?
And how are you supposed to eat them? Rather than food, perhaps... a flower. Yes. Upon your return, I will gift you a beautiful flower.
So, what is your opinion?
Hermes wouldn't wish for the final days.
I am inclined to agree. As we had suspected, the two are somehow involved. Yet 'tis difficult to believe that they would deliberately seek to end all life. In light of this, I propose that we reveal your tale to Hermes himself. If he does not wish for the final days, as we believe, he may well join us in pursuing a solution. Then it is settled. Let us seek out our friend with all swiftness. 'Twould not do to let such a pure soul be blackened by tragedy.
There are nowhere places where Hermes might be an ellipsis. What could do worse than looking at his hospital's largest facility? It stands in Ethos, Sicus Boreas, the Northern Isle. No drill for any student who claims duties to research every species destined for release in the world. Do you not question how they find room for them on all few islands? The answer is within the kids itself, touched upon practical. Beyond, requires a vast area stitched together in multiple conceptual spaces. The same holds true for the interior of the facility. Its magically constructed environs. It is within those sprawling habits that Chief Overseer and most of Ellipsis officers continue the bulk of their work. Ellipsis wrote is via the North Podian Oculus. I'm so confused. Because I feel like, oh geez, that's a lot of quests. That is a lot of quests. I'm assuming these are the two with their current quests, so I might as well take care of them first. Switch. A visitor to perhaps you'll be willing to help me then. Did you happen to see a blue-haired woman in there? She wouldn't have been wearing a mask. See, she arrived at, she and our students are students of academic honor. We intended to spend our downtime visiting Ellipsis together. Her started when we realized she forgot something back in Anagora, so she ran back, and that's why I saw her. She can be a bit, how should I put it, scatterbrained. She may have simply gotten lost on her way back. I'd rather not search for herself for when she comes back on one way. If it isn't too much trouble, perhaps you would so kind as to look for her? I guess she won't be wearing a mask, and so she should stand out of touch. You'll find her in the area of Philomaths Nautilus in all likelihood. If you do come across her, could you help her out? But she makes it back. I also love like how it's like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to wear the outfit or whatever, and then it's like, nope, and then I just don't wear it, like the cloak or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I just proceeded to not wear it at all. I showed you the glamour outfit that Artemis had made for me, right?
Yeah.
For dancer. Yeah, I have to have my dancer outfit now. I think it looks cool. Mm, How do I get back over there? No, it's quicker if I just teleport and figuring out walking around. Like I was thinking the wings would be like the glasses, or it's something that you equipped. Not that it's the
No.
same category as umbrellas.
Yeah, that they're. Yeah, they were something that was added much later into the game.
Mm.
The glasses is a very, very, very recent addition. Like Dawn Trail recent.
Oh. Yes, can I help you? Oh wait, do you need to text someone not to be rude by you asked someone else? I happen to have lost myself. Was that Owen asked you to come find me? It'd be my friend, no doubt. How embarrassing. I had hoped to keep this hopelessly directionless side of me under wraps. I feel terrible leaving her like that, but I clearly forgotten the task from one of the professors. I rushed back to collect the item I was asked for, which I found thankfully, but I got rather turned around when attempting to return. But don't worry about me. I'm fine on my own now that I'm right there following this road. Useful leave it to teleport, I know. Are you sure you'll be alright on your own? Oh boy, well, I could maybe find my way eventually, but there's no sense trying to. I suppose we still guide me back to my friend. If I'm able to go as far as the tollbar that connects to Potinox, I should be able to make the remainder of my trip on my own now then. Would you mind? Please be... Oh no, I have to go all the way around. I have to bring you all the way... Oh, it's only up to there. Okay, I thought I was gonna have to go... They really like their escort quests in Endwalker. I feel like there's been a lot of them. Please do not attack me. Like, I feel like I'm gonna be doing a dungeon, but I just don't feel like it makes sense for there to be a dungeon here.
It will shortly.
Alright, now off the cliff you go, just joking. Better leave. This is a familiar sight. She'll be alright without you now. After all, it's just straight shot from here to Pokinokos. Goodness, the info I'm gonna get from her. I kept her waiting for far long. I really should hurry. She's on an explanation and her full apology. Do come see us, though. I would like to thank you for properly. Thank you for your help. Truth be told, my friend dashed off. I'd assume it was because she forgot her assignment for Mitron. Lo and behold, I was right. We're studying at the words of Mitron in Academia Under, learning all we can about the endangering of aquatic life from the self-same manner. Why does Einder sound familiar? I keep thinking that it sounds Ander.
Because Academia and Amnesis Aniter. Niter, Meter. Those were two other dungeons you've done.
Yeah, that's more
Both
so.
in Shadowbringers.
Wait, that's the temple ruins, right?
One of them was, yes. One of them was a recreation of a school.
Honestly, though, I have no idea why Mitron would ask me to procure flowers with old things. It's still undergoing test ellipsis. It's very beautiful, yes, but what does that have to do with geology? Well, nothing, but that's so important. Surely it must be intended as president one meant for Lawgriff. Mitron is hopelessly enamored, and we all know. We do, that certainly is news to me. So now that you mention it, I suppose I have seen sparks between them. I wonder why I never noticed before. That settles it. We need to hurry back and begin in-depth observation of the romantic entanglements. I can't believe I wasted all this valuable research time and lost amongst the trees, and I would have wasted even more if not for you, good lady. Now my friend and I are together again, and we can get back to activity and deliver the flowers to Mitron before it wilts. But before we rush off, reward. You certainly deserve it. I also like that now Smudge gives me a 5-second speed boost.
Yeah. That's just neat.
It'd be cool if it was increased when out of battle.
You already got a jog for that.
Oh yeah. I keep forgetting. I just always forget sprint for some reason. I always forget sprint exists. And I don't know why. Let's just pick. Where am I? Whatever am I to? Please tell me you're here to deliver a message from Glenn. You are familiar, yes? It hasn't familiar. Oh, I do like the name Delta. However, if you belong to him, it must become our visitor. He was meant to arrive some time ago. Our wildlife subjects are accustomed to the presence of long-term observers, but with some outside the limits to visit, the reaction can be somewhat unpredictable and occasionally violent. Would you be so kind as to track down Cleon and see that no harm has befallen him? Visitors don't wear masks, so should be easily the spot. If you happen to find him in the process of being mauled, you have my permission to terminate the offending subject. Safety first. I prefer the term execution. Back over there. I just realized I don't think this area gets lookout points. I don't think I've seen a single one.
I think it does.
Oh geez, just a straight up giant minotaur. Just casual minotaurs. I would expected to see them in the labyrinth area. I forgot to demount. I don't feel like Painter actually does cast pretty fast. It does seem like it. 'Cause yeah, cast time is only 1.46 seconds. I feel like a second is both short and long, if that makes sense. It feels like for like thank you for taking the initiative. I wasn't sure about the destroying creature under observation. I'm glad I arrived from Alrot. I assume Maria sent you to fetch me? I see. Well, best not keep her waiting any longer. Fear not, I will avoid upsetting any more local inhabitants. Alright. Yeah, that was a fast one. The longest part is just going back and forth. Let's go with this one first. I like to imagine just casually that like I just casually have all the mounts following me from a distance at all times.
Ha!
It's like to imagine somehow when he was sending me back in time, I just brought all the mounts with me. Then everyone just is so too dumbfounded to even comment on it, so they just act like they don't see them. Because you have to be in range to hear you play it. Delta, thank you for seeing to the safety of our guest. Indeed, it hasn't the act would have ended poorly had your mister not been there to shield me. I'm certainly glad she was. Now, shall we proceed with the business of the day? I believe you had some occurrences regarding your personal creations. As embarrassing as it is, I was worried the concepts I registered with the real architect may not be fit to release in the wild. Oh, you wouldn't be feeling embarrassed. You wouldn't be the first villager we had who expressed difficulty in helping their children leave the nest. We can look into them right now if you like. I should very like them. I do have one request. When you swim the rest, I was treated to like a battle process. An entity with your strength and sync should be the perfect candidate for evaluating the worth of my modest creations. If you must insist, you join us. What's the notion? Yes, I could agree with your assistant. Then we go together whenever you're ready, Delta. And then to proceed to just, I just find it funny for any of the Ether Current quests that are also the start of a quest line. Just find it funny, like, yes, you're gonna help us, won't you? And then I just run off.
Yeah, I'll definitely help in eventually.
Especially when it's like something an urgent one. Like we're like, yes, this is something we really need to do. And just go away. Alright, so now for Ether Currents, all that's left is one quest one and one area one. And the quest one is obviously going to be something that happens. That's like the one of the last quests of the area. But I still have this whole area to explore up here. A whole third, basically. Oh, it's a teleport. Here's what I told you about. What's the light hanging there? Such device, but was recently activated. Alright. Oh, okay, it brings me over here. I'll go to Nessa's on all she has my guess. You should now have the authority to use it as you wish. As for the way yourself to follow the false path and turn left to the crossroads. Nope. Stay away from me. We are the grandest research facility of Olympus. You should head inside and ask if Hermes' whereabouts. Have we seen all the facility as we have just discovered? Nobody confirmed that his study in us, as well as creation of Etienne, were entirely private pursuits. No one else spoke. It appeared to be possessed. The chief steps was knowledge of subject. Neither did hear any tales of stolen research. Lieutenant Barnes himself harbors no desire to bring it down posts that might be recruited to help prevent one. Or so saith the illustrious Silent Selk. 20 years started the 14 divine the confusion between the celestial currents and funnels, but were never able to pinpoint the root cause of the calamity. With our peers' greatest mind, no dimension highlights sharp eyes committed to the pursuit of a solution. Such an outcome seems inconceivable. The only possible explanation is if the nature of the chasm was so inexplicable that even we failed to perceive it. And what fits his description of the invisible, intangible dynamis? This is the next question. How did Hermes, in his role as Fan Daniel, not recognize the subject of his own research? We must assume that either he knew or was unable to help, and that he was otherwise prevented from identifying the cause in the first place. At this juncture, all we can do is speculate. To be clear, the government does not tolerate acts of deception or malice. They are presuming the truth, and we would have known had Fan Daniel lied to us. Hermes has no conscious wish for the world's end. Of that I am certain. It seems there is more to this tale after all. We could do this intervention of our own, you see. However, we seem to have reached the exact same conclusion. I see no reason to delay for this time we brought Hermes into the fold, as it were. Thank you for your understanding. Save your thanks. I did not say I believed your ridiculous story. But as MXLK, I have a duty to examine any potential threat to our existence, no matter how ludicrous or personally offensive I may find it. No. I think it's time for a leisurely exploration is past. I think at the moment adjust my vision. Here he is, on the next isle where Metion is with him. Hermes appears to be in the midst of an observational study. I suggest we hurry over before the ventures elsewhere. Head straight down the path we can teleport to Miss Sulphus Aureos from the device at the bottom of the slope. Post within the Hungering Guardians. There'll be a circular enclosure you see up ahead. Well then, Delta, make yourself useful and bring Hermes out here to see us. If we were to go, I assume I was only there to press him on the finial mare of all of us. Present you seem the best chance to convince him to put aside his work for the moment. But Christians and there are not exactly. They get pressed out the canal. She did survive a bout with Vena after all. I would go find Hermes, but do prepare to come to blows with the Guardians and citizens. Oh jeez, it's these terrifying creatures. Running around. Forgot I was Pictomancer for a moment and put my hand for Reaper. Again. No. Is it literally just me walking around randomly for a while and then...
Maybe? I don't necessarily remember. Do check underneath, though. I don't remember if that's relevant right now or later.
There's an underneath. No, because considering it's not telling...
Oh, it doesn't have the down arrow, you're right.
Oh my gosh, how many of these am I gonna have to fight?
Several.
There they are. So what are you doing here? I thought you were keeping Harlow's in a cell company. It's decision on fin down, you see? Then yes, I'll come. As soon as I finish here. I'll not be long, I promise. But you should really went out to the garden without the others. This place is no time, please, for idle exploration. You spoke with Hermes then? Really take a little distance of Hungry Gardens as well. I see, or should I say smell. I cannot speak for certain Coalition members, but I remain impressed with your fortitude. Well done indeed. Now, convince Hermes to come here, or let's pray things will take a turn for the better. For a fiancé, as it may be to me, MSQ would recreate Anra in the depths of the ocean. I think it best for all concerned if such tragic events never came to pass. Be it our future or your past, assuming yours is not truly written in stone, naive as that is. We said it will not be long, then we shall wait here until he emerges. Alright.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. I understand there is a matter you wish to discuss.
Aye. A matter of the utmost gravity. If one can suspend disbelief. Go on then. Tell him what you told us. Who you are and why you came.
The final days.
The phenomena observed during these star-encompassing calamities is likely the product of a dynamis reaction. And none is more versed in the applications of this energy than you, Hermes. I must stress that we do not believe you would desire such destruction. We come not to lodge accusations, but to beg your wisdom. And so, distressing though the exercise may be, I ask that you share with us your opinion on the matter, on the assumption that our visitor's tale is true.
Even you, Vana. As you say, the phenomena observed in the two calamities may both be attributed to dynamis. Of note is the difference in its effect. In the first final days, it warped creation magics. In the second, it warped the people themselves. The key variable, I suspect, is the etheric density of the men of each age. As you know, ether, in essence, negates dynamis. Harboring high concentrations of ether, we ancients cannot readily manipulate dynamis, nor be manipulated by it. Therefore, rather than ourselves, the calamity affected our magics. In contrast, having been sundered, the people of the future are composed of but a fraction of our ether. Thus are they susceptible to the influence of dynamis and its transformative potential. But that would explain only the mechanism, not the cause. Though perhaps...
What is it? Even should it be a hypothesis, we would hear it.
Dynamis is an energy put in motion by feelings. Feelings for which there must first exist a source. The source to which the victims must be attuned. One that harbors the selfsame negative emotions. Elsewise it could not be the agent of such extreme change.
So it wasn't the stagnation of the celestial currents. Someone, or something, is instigating the star's demise.
So, we've a villain on our hands after all. Any idea who or what it could be?
The celestial currents comprise the outermost layer of the star's ether, encasing it like a protective sphere.
Predicting now. It's gonna be something they unmade. Is it gonna be the amalgamation of all the things they've unmade? I'm predicting it now.
Holy shit, that was a fairly Odd Parents episode, wasn't it?
What? I know this show. I know what this show is. I know. I remember seeing this show a couple times.
There was an episode where, like, everything that Timmy ever unwished got all together because they weren't deleted. They were just exiled to an island, and everything he unwished all got together and was like, okay, time for revenge.
One episode where he wished he didn't exist, and it was like really messed up.
According to your tale, it was where the currents were weakest that the phenomena first manifested. If the inciting factor came from without a Theris, then its effects would first be seen in those locations.
Greetings. Can you hear me?
Oh no.
Do not be alarmed. I mean you no harm. I wish only to hear your words, share your feelings, know your thoughts.
What the hell?
May we please be friends?
Meteon. What is it?
Executing scheduled task, suspending individual self and connecting to shared consciousness. Connection established. Commencing status report.
Okay, what the actual fuck?
So hot, so cold, so sad. I don't understand. Make it stop. Please, make it stop.
Steady, Meteon. Steady.
So
Delta,
scared.
let me ask you something.
So lonely. The pain. It's too much. Why? Why? Why do we
Have you heard of the Fermi paradox?
hurt? Hurt.
The fuck?
This is wrong! All wrong!
She's gone? But how?
Fuck. Great, now I'm gonna have nightmares! Gonna have nightmares now! What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
Delta, have you heard of the Fermi paradox?
The what?
If the universe is as infinite and as ancient as it is, why haven't we found signs of life? We should have seen something by now. Hermes sent Meteon out into the universe to find out what they lived for, what their hopes and dreams were, what gave existence meaning. What do you do when you stake everything on a question that has no answer? That everyone out there is already gone or is on the way out.
She has altered her etheric density in order to blend in with her surroundings, an ability for avoiding confrontation.
Most effective. Frustratingly so. I can't see her either. Not even a trace.
Stay away. Please. This is wrong. My mistake. So please.
Are you all right? In your mind? No. We only heard her speak the instant before she vanished.
Of course. When communicating without words, Meteon also employs Dynamis. That will explain why you were able to hear her, when we could not.
Then you are our best chance of finding her. Follow her voice and try to track her down. Hindered though we may be, let us split up and search as well.
Suppose the question is, how is this gonna go? Is this gonna be like Age of Calamity, where it ends up causing it split in the timeline, or not? Did you ever play Age of Calamity?
No.
Governor Ryan says President of any hand at his presence. Deep Sea Divine, our voices reporting. No, Hermes mustn't hear them. I have to run, I have to hide. Median sacrifices as source seems to flee down the slope. Oh, now I go underneath.
I knew you went underneath it at some point.
Oh, someone's mining. Hey, that doesn't look like Medusa.
It should be pointed out that the Medusa is also a kind of jellyfish.
Oh, jeez. Did I jump down the wrong side? I'm dumb. I was literally looking at the wrong place completely. I was going in the opposite direction that I needed to. Straining to catch even the faintest whisper, but you fail to hear his voice. She must be elsewhere. Greetings and salutations. Commencing report. No, we can't tell them that. We must run far away. Please don't follow me. Don't distinguish my face as you said, sir, climbing to the top of the ridge. So gonna run into the area where all the dangerous stuff are, and then that's gonna be the dungeon or something. Oh yeah, we should be using this. Nope, it's still farther west. Vision of his would refill him and his voice. She must be elsewhere. To catch Phil, she must be elsewhere. How did it come to this? Is the reason we traveled to the stars? Why we sought out other life forms? Is the answer? It cannot be. It cannot be. When the English drifts away to the south. She must be elsewhere. Well, I report for dissemination to Hermes and all people of Therius. Take signature. Prepare proposals on intelligent civilization, formulating answers to the question and finalizing report. No, don't. You mustn't listen. It's wrong. It's all wrong. Meltion's anguished voice flees towards the lake. Any signs of Meltion? Panic and confused, which will make it more difficult to predict her movements. Hermes, what do you make of the situation? The Meltion are linked to a single mind and shared consciousness, which connects them across this. Suspect something has happened which has disrupted its usual harmony. How might we access shared consciousness of theirs? Which is, you would approach any sentient being directly. In Metia's case, that means speaking to any incarnation with a physical reach. So unless we can track down the Metion reach lost, we have no means to communicate with them. And by knowing what befell her sister, there's no way to provide direction and guidance. Then we best set aside our music and concentrate on how we might find her. Oh dear Rose, what did you witness that frightened you so? Why do you seek to keep from us? How terrible could it possibly be? She wrong, but Metion renders herself invisible by matching her etheric density to that of her surroundings, does she not? If so, could they not disrupt her concealment with a surfeit of ether? Much how elements so as your presence when we first met? Don't be absurd, I can hardly channel ether to her whose whereabouts are hidden from me. Which is why we must all work together. Thus we'll continue to search the same manner as before, but this time with you in tow. Once you ascertain its likely location, you proceed to reveal Roy from a material downpour. Very clever, and thankfully she has made herself easily captured by fleeing toward Leith. Assuming she made visible, it would be no great feat to herd her into a corner. The guard plan, Delta and MSQ will be her track and trapper, respectively, while the others predict to obstruct avenues of escape. MSQ will keep an eye on each other's safety to help coordinate our efforts. Let us be about it. Well, it seems we are partners for the time being. Let's return to where we last saw Mithion and pick up the trail from there. I'll keep myself in a state of preparedness, ready to rain down ether at the moment I was making it falls to you to keep the way clear. Oh, dang it. I was supposed to get it when I was all the way back over there. No wonder it keeps getting farther. I somehow was confusing west and east. Luckily, it's the teleport.
We'll be headed back over towards the west at some point.
Come on, Swervizion. Fail to hear her voice, she must be elsewhere. Nothing's way, let's try another route. Yeah. Why can't I fly? Are my functions being restricted? Hide, yes, then I'll just have to hide where no one can find me. And as English heads towards the water's edge. She went to the lake as if this was a chance to move. Well, at least that open space should make it easier to find. We won't lose her this time. Going into the water, is he gonna comment about getting his cloak wet? That feels like something he would say, complain about it. We should be leaving to the bottom of the drop by climbing down the rocks to the water's edge. Do not even think of dragging me over the false spine of this, or if I hit dredge to my head to toe, I swear I'll feed you to a remora.
He always has something to bitch about.
Does he actually get mad if I jump off?
No.
Not that I would really care. I'm not here, please. That rock she is very well. Why? What? I can't hide. No need to run, Mithion. Hold up, what are you saying? Everyone's so faint. I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. Stay away. I'm begging you. Don't make me say it will break him. His poor, fragile heart. Now we have a chance. Once the others are in position, two of us can hurry in the midst. Jeez, it's really having me run around this whole area. This is not in use. It seems I've been left to the mercy of the elements. The way bears no systematic nonsense, so we move on. There, I see her. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything around here, so I'm not gonna just get attacked while I'm away. I'll be right back. I'm back. I don't know what that sound
Welcome
was
back.
that I just made.
A very strange roar.
The only area is just this one random area down here that I have not gone to yet now.
Aha! Give chase. We shall herd her into the shelter.
Please, Mission. We must speak.
I'm sorry, Hermes. I'm so sorry. If someone can hear these words, then please. Please protect them. Protect them all. Individual self-suspended. Connection with shared consciousness stable. Our survey is complete. We shall now report our findings. All units safely arrived at their respective destinations. Seeking answers to Hermes' question, we attempted to make contact with the intelligent denizens of each star. Results are as follows, in order of numerical code. Enna. Traces of civilization found. Structures believed to have served as domiciles. No extant life forms detected. Dio. Ruined remnants of buildings scattered across star, surface of which is encased in ice. Presence of life could not be verified. Tria. Evidence of large population centers, akin to cities recovered. No extant life forms found, only their lingering essence. Tessera. Edifices surmised to be abandoned residences found. No extant life forms detected. Deadly plague or extreme environmental degradation likely to have led to mass extinction.
They are all dead.
Octo. Star found in state of violent conflict. Contact successfully made with inhabitants, but deployment of weapons of mass destruction resulted in total annihilation of local population shortly thereafter. Inea. Star is a barren desert. No identifiable flora found. Bones of living beings resembling men discovered beneath sands, but determination regarding their intelligence inconclusive.
Remind me, Hermes, what exactly was the question you entrusted to Meteion?
I tasked her with asking what others live for. What gives their lives meaning.
Did you consider what may happen if the premise of the question is flawed? To be able to answer it, one must be living and desire to continue doing so. But if Meteion finds no living beings in the course of her journey, or none who desire to live, what then? What answers would she derive from their silence?
Meteion, enough! Suspend your mission and return hither at once.
Decapente. Local civilization once flourished under auspices of higher power. Said power later laid waste to civilization in fit of rage. Upon revealing this to me, entity elected to self-terminate in lieu of providing answer to question. No other intelligent life forms found.
Turning a deaf ear, are we? We are taking Meteion back to Amarot. As I understand, we will need her if we are to bring back all of her sisters.
Yes. Meteion. It isn't right, is it? It isn't right to turn away from the answer. Even if the answer is pain. Even if we aberrations must scream ourselves hoarse to be heard. Aye. Whatever answers we find, I will not dismiss them out of hand. These words I said to you, and I will hold myself to them.
What is the meaning of this?
You cannot take Meteion, not until she has finished her report.
Wait. You fool!
Chris, why would you not leave well enough alone? Will his answer surge the pain you feel when creation is returned to the ether? Had you never cast a cursed question at the start, you may have one day learned to be at peace upon this one. Presented the cutis. Consider an expansive dimension of the place. You may have a lot of colonial cutis ether. All I can say is that you enter the facility at the rooftop, likely are at the uppermost point of the facility. So do we pursue him? So we assume no matter how efforts may think Meteon's potential threat, we need to be wrong under control. Go action do it to safeguard the star. Takes precedence over any personality stakes no matter. Bennett, Delta. Scuba stand our place, but we have yet to determine beyond the shadow of a doubt that Meteon is the hand which tips us over the edge. Notice, if we are learning the truth of finals, we must give a chase. And even neither Hermes nor Meteon is ultimately responsible. We cannot leave them to suffer this torment alone. And on all accounts, to Kittis Hyperbole we go. Oh, nice. It brings me all the way back. That's nice. I am gonna get the current first. How about you don't attack me? To the south a bit. Oh, there it is. I see it. Wait, so then is this gonna be a trial or a dungeon? What have we here? Yeah, something happened inside the Kittis. I'm so glad you're here. No one knows about the alarm sound and Chris put into a state of alert. So you dictate we have accurate, and we have yet to investigate further. Obviously. What does the state alert entail exactly? A field of dampened magic is shaped over entire facility, used in response to escaped entities and the like. Just scholars and observers aren't affected, but everything and everyone else is weakened to a fraction of their usual capabilities. Consider us forewarned. We never have our business with Chief Hermes. They must enter premise regardless. I said if Hermes willing to act such a measure, I wonder what other obstacles he has seen fit to jump in our path. With the enfeeble spell in place, it's not like to be at our fighting best. It was hardly effective in combat to begin with, so I'll offer beyond my ethereal version. But your talent to good use, you're fairly scared and spotting weaknesses if I recall. Fairly skilled? You got to raise everyone's expectations. You all need to make the most of your strengths, and I'll fill in the gaps as required. I always want to Zim after all, so it's my job to rise to the occasion, to be that as a defender, aggressor, or healer. Oh, yeah.
Remember how she had tank, healer, and DPS as her choices?
Well, that is because he's like the warrior of light, like the exception of being able to do any job. Most people only take up like 1 or 2.
I mean, it's more a case of we learn, we fast at learn. Like, we got those soul crystals.
I feel better about my lack of prowess already. You also can persist with your arcane mastery. You lob potent spells as easily as breathing, but can also channel the power of the protective manner if you so choose. Yes. Well, yes, should the situation call for it. Excellent, shall cover us on all fronts. Until let us hear, adults. That's only right you listen now. No matter what lies ahead, we will win through Hermes and Metion. And we'll face the future together. This hyperbole now accessible.
I like just the part where they just got to sit down and it's like, yeah, I can go healer if I have to.
So, let's see. So he's
Can scarcely contain my excitement.
he's a DPS, and then so can be tank or attacker.
Let's get this over with.
Oh, it's tank he flexes to. Okay.
Tank and DPS, and then Venet is all of them.
Come, let us be off.
But yeah, Delta.
He's a Dark
imagine
Knight. He's a Dark Knight.
Imagine someone as kind as Medion going out into the universe and finding only the dead and suffering. The purpose of life, the thing she was sent out to find,
Just more
is to die.
I was expecting. I was totally expecting it to be that they were being angels because they all encountered violent.
Yeah. I mean, she found violence, she found hatred, she found suffering, she found disease, and she found the dead. The purpose of life is to die. Those were the answers she found.
Well, so since I'm getting the ether current after, so I'm assuming this is like towards the end of the area.
Yeah, you're done with this zone after this.
Yeah, then I'll probably stop like after I actually properly leave this area, I'll probably stop the MSQ for the night because it is 11.
Now, Delta, what day is today?
Alright, we are.
This is not a trick question.
It seems he's different to protect Metion. Right, brother, should be. As in, like, today's actual date, or.
Not its date. What day is today?
It's Thursday.
And what will I be doing in a few minutes on Thursday?
Oh. Raid.
Good.
Now, if I just actually remember, I don't instinctively. Skip through the thick skull.
Out of my way.
I see you.
Yeah, let's see. Come on.
I see you.
Have at you!
Okay, I'm gonna take off. You stay cute.
Have a taste!
Of course, there's a cold zone, and we're going through it.
Out of my way.
see you.
Have a taste.
Spell seems just declined to let us pass. They are no choice but to force our way.
Have a taste.
Who's Chantel?
Have a taste. Have a taste. Have a taste.
Just a her saying, we won't be found this easily.
Have a taste.
One piece in the ethereal sea. Komi wasn't Tari.
I see you.
Let's go.
I'm not entirely useless. This may sting. This may sting.
Have a taste. Have a taste.
Artemis Lycia. Her creation is based on a concept for bipedal wolf, and indeed is impressive man unlike Gate. It's also highly intelligent and evidently by its ability to employ tools, while the gleam inside gives the impression that comprehends our words. If this proves to be the case, it will be a shame that its throat isn't designed for speech. I must make mention of this in its next report. His walls, but you can follow his magic prowess.
Out of my way.
Lord, Lord. Surely no accounting for taste. Because what our thinking is behind this. Should have used this first.
I see you. Out of my way.
Circumcision but fail for intelligence. If close to somebody, I will certainly reject it. Redo my paintings.
I cannot let you take Meteor. Not yet. I'm not entirely useless. see you. I must hear their answers before they're expunged from existence.
This could be your virtue. So no.
Out of my way. I see you opening. My way. Out of my way.
Mm-hmm. The celebration migratory birds which travel between continents with season came as a breath of fresh air for so long staying realm of flying life forms, and then it was relatively simple to grant the creature the ability to navigate by celestial bodies, but with the lack of precision needed to guide them to the same location each time. This would be vital to survival. The breakthrough came from the more magnetic field, the use of which was discovered by the incumbent Fel Daniel during tenure as chief overseer of Ellipsis. A truly inspired idea that brought lasting benefits to the star. Winning Defiance, Hermes.
So, it comes to this. I've no wish to fight, but this time, I cannot yield. Though the world may think me a mad, desperate fool, I will hold fast to my conviction.
Rick would tell he would go so far as to transform, so far as to make himself a villain.
I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Dancing winds! I will have the time and tranquility I require. Lust and pale, gather to me! Ancient brand, unleash your power! Dancing winds, pierce my bones! Stars on high, fall as rain! My way.
Have a taste.
I'm not in search as one! Out of my way! my foes!
I see you.
Stars on high! War is reign! Even when transformed, I am not finished yet.
I see you.
No! My power!
Bully has gone down a little. Let's redstone soak. Red shoots us on.
It's over, Hermes. In the name of the Convocation, I hereby take Meteion into custody. And setting aside the matter of your nomination, you will come with us too. We require your knowledge to assess and resolve the situation.
Meteion, I am so sorry. With that, I could have listened to your report in full. Reflected upon its meaning and conveyed it to others. That they might reconsider their chosen course. But I have failed. And that wish will never be realized. However, ere our fates become the province of others, I bid you tell me just one thing. Was there happiness in those distant stars? Was there a reason for living?
We conducted our search as per your instructions. We scoured historical records, communed with the spirits of the deceased, heard the final testaments of the dying, welcomed their shadowed hearts into our own. One race had striven to create a world bereft of animosity. They renounced relationships to avoid interpersonal strife, and in so doing brought about societal collapse. One race had renounced war and devoted itself to the enrichment of its people. They were conquered. Though they destroyed the enemy in reprisal, they could not regain their former glory. One race had concluded that finite time was the root of all woes. Aspiring to shatter its shackles, they went in search of infinity. They discovered nothing is infinite, and that neither time or death can be cheated. Disillusioned, they gave up on the future and themselves. One race had discarded all things that gave rise to sorrow, hoping to have only joy. They found joy lost its savor in the absence of sorrow, and lost their will to live. Though worlds apart, these peoples shared a belief. The belief that they had tried their best. That they had tried to fulfill their potential with every step and success. In the course of which, they learned the truth. That they would never be free of fear and sorrow, anger and despair, of loneliness, so long as they yet lived. Even now their souls cry out for oblivion. And to this song of anguish, I lend my voice. We lend our voice. Oh, beloved mankind, shimmering jewels of beautiful Etheris, rejoice, for we will free you from the cruel yoke of existence. There is no need to struggle in vain, for in nihility awaits salvation. You will know peace and serenity, and it will be beautiful. We will make our nest at the edge of the universe, and there in the dark of dead worlds,
hoard sorrow and suffering. There we will sing, our chorus ever louder and ever clearer, that our song may reach even this ether-shrouded star. Such is the answer we have found in the stars. Such is the gift we now offer to Atheris.
Who are you to decide our fate? To decree we live or die? Have you lost your mind? You heard what she said. She means to destroy us all, yet you'd still take her side?
In the name of the star, we have discarded those creations that we deemed flawed. If we ourselves are flawed, does it not stand to reason that we too should be discarded?
That is sophistry, and you know it!
Perhaps it is. Perhaps I am wrong. But who is to say that you are right? Let us settle this with a determination. In my authority as Chief Overseer of Elpis, I will make a judgment on man's fitness to exist. If he can learn to value all life and retain his will to live, even should his end be justified, he will surely find a way to avert his demise. If not, he will perish from the start. As with all determinations, provisions must be made to ensure fairness. Kairos! Awaken!
Memory reconfiguration system Kairos activated. Awaiting instruction.
Command. Universal memory alteration. Target area. Catesis Hyperborea. Starting point. Arrival of Emmett Selk of the Convocation at Propylion. Endpoint. The present. Erase the memories of all events and replace with a vague recollection of the following. I was here, preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to Emmett Selk and Hythlodaeus. Meteon's shared consciousness became unstable. She and her sisters could not sustain their existence, and all dissipated with a burst. The resultant shockwave accidentally triggered Kairos, which erased several days of memories from all present. Execute.
Command acknowledged. Initializing. 3 processes remaining to execution.
Bravo. I dare say one would be hard-pressed to make it fairer. Everything that you told us, everything that has happened, the fact we've even met, it will all be gone.
Go, Meteon. To the edge of the universe, where none can reach you.
Hermes, won't you come with me? If you were to shed your flesh, I should be able to carry you.
I will remain. As a man, I will oppose the oblivion you bring.
Silly fool. Had you said yes, I would have granted you the gentlest end.
This ends here!
Fly, Meteon! That is far enough, Hermes!
Argos, to me!
First process complete. 2 remaining to execution of memory reconfiguration.
As if we needed more pressure. No matter what, you cannot forget what happened today. For it is the key to saving your future. Your world. This fight is our fight. What comes after, our problem to contend with. Not yours. No. Your own struggle awaits. And no one else can take your place. You must flee this place with your memories intact. And I will see that you do. Now then, where is it? There you are, my little confluence.
Almost! Oh. Very well then. You may elude us this day, but not forever.
Meteon's gotten away.
Second process complete. 1 remaining to execution.
Ugh. No time for brooding. Listen well. Beyond lies a spatial confluence that connects the interior sections of this building. I will destroy the confluence and force open a way outside. When I do, you must jump through.
I cannot tell you how sorry I am. But neither can I let you escape!
Too brave by half. Exemplary work, as always, Emmett Selk.
What? But how? I thought the confluence was... over...
Over there? Yes. We were rather hoping you would.
It was never anywhere but where it is now. The instant those two began making their way towards nothing, It was clear the plan was a diversion.
I'm quite incapable of destroying a confluence, I must confess.
A gambit brazen beyond words. Though we've grown accustomed to reckless improvision due to the antics of an incorrigible associate. Though, in the case of certain present company, incorrigible is an understatement. Honestly, I'm beginning to suspect it's a requirement for every Azen.
There's no time! Quickly!
Even now, I do not believe your tale.
I would not suffer us to walk such a wretched path. Still, if it must be said, do not squander it. The legacy I leave you.
Final process complete. Executing universal memory alteration.
Go, Argos! I'm fine. Just a little tired. Can it be true? Are we the only ones left who see beauty in the world? In life? Are the stars above no more than husks of fallen civilizations? And yet, I feel her. Though she is unimaginably distant, I feel Meteion's presence, and the place where to we must go. Ere she made good her escape, I placed an enchantment upon her, one which allows us to follow her trail. She has already left the outermost bounds of Aetheris, and continues on her way. Given the vastness of the universe, it will still be no easy feat to track her down. But thanks to Emet-Selch and his Ladeus, all is not lost. We remember. So long as we remember, our fates remain ours to shape.
What became of the others, I wonder. So what now?
What indeed? Let us begin by ascertaining the situation at Ktisis Hyperborea, where the others should still be. Given the likely state of their memories, however, it would be imprudent for us to approach them directly. In which case... I am sorry, my friend. I've asked much of you this day. But may I trouble you one last time? Argos will investigate in our stead. We will share in his consciousness and see and hear as if we were with him. Now, close your eyes and open your mind.
Thank goodness you are unharmed.
Unharmed? There is a gaping hole in my memories. I can scarcely remember arriving here in Elpis.
Forgive me. I was preparing to demonstrate the functionality of Kairos to our guests. But Meteon, her shared consciousness became unstable. And she...
So, that's what prompted the state of alert. And when you went to investigate, you were caught in Kairos's accidental operation.
So it would seem. It's all a blur to me.
Such an unfortunate accident. Oh, and what of Venar and your other companion? You went inside together, as I recall.
We did?
If Venar was with us, I have no recollection of it. But that there is her familiar, is it not? The fellow seems happy enough, so I think it's safe to assume his mistress is well. I haven't the slightest notion who this other companion might be, however.
Ah, well, that individual struck me as a bit different, for want of a better word. Perhaps it wasn't actually a person, but some manner of creation.
Curious. I must ask Venar about it when next we meet.
Yes, you do that. Now, if we may tend to Hermes, whatever this Meteon did, it seems he bore the brunt of it. Once you are fit to travel, you will return with us to Amarot. We need to make certain there are no other ill effects. Also, I am here on business of the 14. We've already had the conversation, like as not, but since your toy wiped my memory, we'll have to have it again.
Yes, of course. As you see fit.
This Kairos, it manipulates memories through the emission of etheric waves, correct? There is a theory which holds that memories scoured by blasts of ether are restored when the soul is cleansed in the underworld. If true, then perhaps when our time comes to return to the star, we shall remember these few days we have lost.
I doubt aught of interest occurred. Look forward to the revelation if you like, but I should prefer to reminisce on more meaningful moments.
Let us rest. If only for a while. After all, you and I... Oh, we still have a long, long way to go.
I understand your exertions were more than purely physical, but resting one's body is for one moment and never that. Sure, I think it's unlikely he will create more intellecties. He poured himself much into Meteon, and now that she and his sister are gone, dissipated in his mind, the grief must be unbearable. He will blame himself. He will believe that he never acknowledged his dissatisfaction with the world, then Medea would have never been born to suffer and die. The offered joy to 14 will be a welcome distraction in one day, hence he will face the advent of the final days in the role of Fan Daniel. So I'm gonna finish it. See, 4,200. Okay, bye bye.